What is going on, Pixar fans? My name is John Solo, and I don't even have to tell you why we're here, but I'm going to anyways. A brand new full-length trailer for Incredibles 2 was just released. We finally have some concrete information about what to expect from this movie's plot, as well as a few things to theorize about. If you haven't seen the trailer yet, I put a link to it in the description down below for your convenience. If you have seen it, let's just dive in and talk about what we saw. So it looks like the story picks up about 5 minutes after the first one let off. This was pretty widely known before the trailer, but some theorists, including myself, thought we might see part of the story taking place in the form of flashbacks. I still say there's a good possibility we're gonna get some looks back at the glory days like we did in the first movie, but I'm definitely thinking the main plot takes place in whatever their present day is. The first Incredibles ends with the Underminer making his grand entrance and the Incredibles family looking at each other like, let's do some work, but what's interesting is that despite Dash and Violet playing a vital role in defeating Syndrome, their parents still want them to wait behind while they take out the Underminer. There's no way of knowing now if they do end up helping, my guess is they do, but regardless of how the fight goes down, it doesn't seem like Dash and Violet are happy about it at dinner. Assuming, of course, this takes place after that battle and isn't somehow a flashback. It's also worth noting that Mr. Incredible says to the Underminer, "We meet again." I honestly didn't expect this. I thought the Underminer would be a totally new villain. Honestly, I still wish that was the case, but it's a fascinating twist and I'm excited to see if there's any significance to that. Back to the dinner scene, we hear Mrs. Incredible say that superheroes are illegal, so I guess them saving the world from Syndrome wasn't enough to trigger some new legislation, at least not right away, which means they probably have to continue keeping their powers a secret. We also get a clear look at the Incredibles' updated appearances here. There's nothing significantly different, but they've made a few minor tweaks, like with Dash's hair and freckles. Frozone says that some business tycoon has interest in bringing superheroes back to the public by revamping society's perception of them. This tycoon's name is Winston Dever, and his sister's name is Evelyn Dever. He provides the money while she invents the superhero technology. I've got a feeling these characters are gonna end up being the bad guys. I bet that part of their plan to get superheroes loved by the public again is to introduce supervillains for them to defeat. And then when the Incredibles find out about that hidden part of their operation, they have to take them down. That's just one idea, could be wrong, but I can't help but notice that Evelyn Dever's name sounds like evil in Dever. Maybe that's actually how it's pronounced. Evelyn Dever. You follow me? Mrs. Incredible, aka Elastigirl, is the one who gets to go on the crazy adventures in this movie. Bob is left behind to take care of the kids, and he isn't handling it that well, especially Jack, who's still in the very early stages of developing his powers. And then there's the character I'm probably the most excited to see return, Edna Mode. By the looks of it, Bob is going to her when he's about at the end of his rope with the baby. She says to him parenting, when done properly, is a heroic act, with emphasis on done properly. Maybe she's gonna change his perspective on how he sees taking care of his kids so it's more tolerable while Helen's away. She calls it a heroic act because 1, it really is, but 2, because that's what's always appealed to Bob's heroic nature. And that's basically everything we got in this trailer. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to see anything about Jonathan Banks' Rick Dicker, who is of course in charge of the superhero replacement program. They also didn't show us anything about Void, Sophia Bush's superhero character, who I'm really excited to see. Partly because I think she sounds like a cool character. She's described as a young Elastigirl fan who aspires to be a superhero and has the power of creating voids, allowing objects to appear and disappear. I don't totally understand it, but it sounds cool, and I love Sophia Bush because how could you not? Her voice? Amazing. I've heard some theories that Void is going to be the plot twist evil villain, since Disney and Pixar have had characters like that in their past several movies, but I disagree with this, mostly because they kind of already did that with Syndrome in The Incredibles 1. Young Mr. Incredible fan desperately wants to be a superhero but doesn't have what it takes, so he becomes a supervillain. If that is what happens, I'm really hoping her motivations for being a villain are different. Maybe she's also working with the Dever siblings and they're secretly tricking her into doing evil deeds or something like that. I've got to say, the most effective way of disappointing me with this movie would be if it was just the first one with the genders reversed. Not saying that's what it's gonna be, I'm getting the idea they're expanding the Incredibles universe quite a bit with this installment. Between the introduction of new heroes, new villains, and now the legalization of superheroes angle they're pursuing. Not to mention, Dash and Violet are no doubt feeling more mature, independent, and capable of taking care of themselves after the last movie's adventure. So I wonder if they're gonna split off and get into some trouble of their own. I also wonder if Tony Romy Ridinger is going to make an appearance. I'm just throwing things out there right now and should probably do more research, so don't take any of these ideas too seriously. However, don't totally dismiss them either, because up until The Last Jedi, I've had a pretty good track record at predicting movies. Disney properties in particular, I was weirdly good at predicting the plot of Once Upon a Time. Now I want to know what you guys think of this trailer. Do you love what you saw? Are you waiting to see more before you get too hyped? Comment your thoughts down below. Make sure to smash that like button so we can reach our goal of 3,000 likes, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with someone you want to see The Incredibles 2 with. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Discord all in the description down below. Check those out if you want to. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be seeing you again soon. Until next time, my name is Jon Solo, and remember, Jon shot first.